Hey guys, good evening. It is John C. Morley here, serial entrepreneur. Apologize for my voice being a little bit raspy. You know that's not my style normally, but I actually was in this play, which you guys can see here, Flow Follies. This is my seventh year doing it, so I will try to get through today and tomorrow. I know it's gonna be a little raspy, but so I do apologize for that. I'm John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. It's always a privilege, a pleasure, and honor to be with you guys in these amazing days and evenings. Again, my apology for the raspiness. Hopefully, that'll just last a day or two. Just had some nice tea with some homemade honey from the bees that are local. Great to have you here. Maybe you want to go over to the kitchen and get yourself something delicious, hot and warm. Why not do that? So, our master topic for the week, ladies and gentlemen, is mastering life, gratitude, growth, and inner strength. We're on series four, show number 11. Incidentally, the granular topic for tonight is forged by challenges, growing through adversity. Series four, show 11, episode. My pleasure and honor to be with you guys on this amazing night. This is March 9th, 2025. All right, guys. So life isn't meant to be smooth sailing all the time, unfortunately. Challenges will rise, but what we see is good because if we acknowledge them as stepping stones rather than roadblocks, we'll go far. Every struggle, every single struggle, every struggle holds the potential for growth. Every setback is a setup for a comeback, almost like a play, whether you're in, you know, baseball, you're a football, hockey, or any other sport. It's a setup to come back. And every difficult situation molds us into stronger people. I've often said this before, ladies and gentlemen, that tough times never last. Tough people always will. Tough times I'm going to be deep into how challenges shape our resilience, spark creativity, and ultimately lead us to success. If you're ready to embrace adversity and unlock your full potential, then let's get started, okay? Challenges build resilience. Um, Resilience is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. When life throws obstacles your way, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, but pushing through tough times builds an inner strength that stays with us forever. Think about athletes training for a competition. They don't improve by staying in their comfort zone. Instead, they challenge their limits, endure the pain, or what we like to say is the discomfort, and grow stronger. The same principle applies to life. The more you face and conquer difficulties, the more resilient you become, making it easier to handle future hardships with confidence and grace. So, what we're really saying is practice getting comfortable being uncomfortable. Practice getting comfortable being uncomfortable. Practice getting comfortable being uncomfortable. Number two, ladies and gentlemen, is overcoming obstacles and understanding how that fosters confidence. So, true confidence doesn't come from easy wins, it comes from conquering challenges. Every time you navigate an obstacle successfully, you reinforce your um, difficult situation. And I think that's important to understand and navigate. It reinforces your belief in your abilities. Think about a time when you faced a difficult situation. Maybe it was a tough project at work, a financial hardship, maybe a personal setback, and you overcame it. Of course you did. And you probably feel a sense of accomplishment that you did that. That's the power of overcoming adversity. That you can handle difficulties, the more self assured and fearless you become in tackling that. You have this power. But I'm here to let you know, ladies and gentlemen, you have this power. level, but you have to give it a chance to do that, right? You have to give it that chance. All right. So, moving onward and upward, point number 3 for this evening is adversity sparks creativity and innovation. When everything goes according to plan, there's little motivation to think differently, right? But when obstacles arise, we're forced to look for creative solutions. Some of the greatest innovations in history were born out of struggle. Consider how inventors, entrepreneurs, and leaders have transformed adversity into groundbreaking success. When traditional methods fail, creativity takes the lead, pushing us to innovate, adapt, and discover new ways to thrive. Instead of fearing adversity, embrace it as a tool that unlocks fresh ideas and unique approaches. Number 4, ladies and gentlemen, failure is a stepping stone to success. It's just part of the process. Failure has an unfairly bad reputation, but in reality, it's one of life's best teachers. Every successful person has faced setbacks. Steve Jobs was fired from Apple before making a legendary comeback. Oprah was told she wasn't fit for television, and Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. The difference is they didn't let the failure define who they were. They used it to fuel their growth to move forward. Failure teaches us what doesn't work, helping refine your approach until you get it right. The key is to see failure not as an end, but as a necessary step on the road to success. Remember, I've said this before. We have to practice getting comfortable, being uncomfortable, and we have to see life, ladies and gentlemen, as a journey. It is a journey, and we want to enjoy the ride, just like you do when you go on a roller coaster, right? We want to enjoy the journey of life. Again, my apology for the raspiness. I was one of the major actors in Flo Follies play that we just put on. This is the shirt that I have on here, and this is the little award that I got here. And this was our 39th play. I've been with them for 7 years. And so we had an event. Basically, it opened on Friday night at 7:30 p.m., and then on Saturday, 7:30, and today at 2 p.m. But then after that, there was a cash party every night. And last night, to be quite honest with you, we went to a restaurant, and I didn't get home and into bed until about 1:45. Now, realize that was 2:45. So by the time I fell asleep, it was 3 o'clock. I had to get up about 6 o'clock, take a quick shower, head over to church, and then I made like 350 eggs. I'll go to church and then serve those eggs. And then after that, I showed up around 12:30 for a call time, getting ready for the show to prep. And then we had a cast party, and we had some issues with the mic, so I had to overcompensate. So my voice has been a little strained, and that kind of is like catching up with me because I've been putting a lot into that. Number 5, ladies and gentlemen, challenges reveal strengths and weaknesses. By the way, I had some nice hot decaf tea with some homemade honey for some bees down the road from a neighbor of mine, and that was delicious. Challenges reveal our strengths and weaknesses. See, you don't truly know what you're capable of until you're tested. Challenges have a way of exposing both our strengths and areas that need improvement. When faced with adversity, some people discover they have incredible problem solving skills, while others realize they need to develop better patience or adaptability. Instead of shying away from difficult situations, embrace them as opportunities for self discovery. Knowing your strengths allows you to maximize them and recognize your weaknesses, giving you the chance to improve. Number 6, ladies and gentlemen, difficulties push for new skills, develop better habits, and expand your perspective. A tough work project may push you to enhance your time management, while a personal hardship might teach you the value of patience and perseverance. Every challenge carries a lesson that, if embraced, helps you grow into a more capable, well rounded person. Number 7, ladies and gentlemen, struggles teach problem solving skills. Think about the last time, ladies and gentlemen, you encountered a major challenge. How did you solve it? Every struggle that we face is an opportunity to sharpen our ability to think critically, analyze situations, and find solutions. When things don't go as planned, we're forced to be resourceful and strategic. Over time, these problem solving skills become second nature, equipping us to handle future challenges with ease. The more problems you solve, the better equipped you are to navigate life's uncertainties. Embracing discomfort leads to breakthroughs. Number 8. Discomfort is often a sign that you're on the brink of something great, whether it's learning a new skill, stepping into a leadership role, or making difficult decisions. Growth always comes with a degree of discomfort. That's important. It's easy to avoid tough situations, but doing so prevents progress and learning. It's easy to avoid the tough situations, of course, but we have to keep making progress and moving forward. So, the most successful people embrace discomfort because they know it leads to personal and professional breakthroughs. Like I've said many times before, you have to practice getting comfortable being uncomfortable. You have to practice getting comfortable being uncomfortable. You have to practice getting comfortable being uncomfortable. And I know what a lot of you are saying, John, but I don't really want the discomfort. Well, nobody really wants the discomfort, but in that discomfort, we actually grow. And it might not happen overnight. Okay. It might not happen overnight. But it does make a difference. Okay. And that's something that a lot of people don't get. Okay. Um, Maybe you're thinking about the fact that somehow you're lost, right? And I know that you're probably saying, "Oh my gosh, like, how do I do this? Like, what do I do?" And it's not about what do you do. It's about the mindset that you're left within. It's about the mindset. So if that mindset is telling you can't do something, right? That's a problem. Big problem. And so what happens is when you get enough of that, I can't, it causes us to stop believing we can do it. You know what happens? Our mental and physical body shuts down and starts doing what we think, which is that we can't do it. Henry Ford said something a long time ago. If you believe you can't, you're right. And if you believe you can, you are also right. Number 9, ladies and gentlemen, setbacks refine character and determination. You see, hard times don't just test your patience, they shape who you are, okay? And they define your character. Every setback you endure strengthens your character, making you more determined, disciplined, and of course, focused. When things don't go as planned, you have a choice: give up or keep pushing forward. I'd rather keep pushing forward, but many people give up because they think that that's not for them. That's exactly why it is for them. Those who persist develop an unshakable willpower that will serve them for their life. You see, setbacks are temporary, okay? But the grit and the determination you build in the process will stay with you forever. Number 10, growth happens outside the comfort zone. I've said this before. Growth happens outside the comfort zone. Well, that sounds like it's easy, but you know what? It's not easy. It's not easy. And the reason it's not easy is because it happens outside the best version of yourself. You have to be willing to step outside your comfort zone. Playing it safe may feel good, keep you warm and all that, and great in the moment. But the real growth happens when you take some risks and you challenge yourself and you push beyond limitations. The most fulfilling experiences in life, whether it's achieving a personal goal, excelling in your career, or building meaningful relationships, comes from stepping into the unknown. Don't let fear hold you back. Embrace the discomfort and watch yourself grow in ways you never knew were possible. I know that sounds crazy, but it's true. So, challenges. What are some challenges? Well, I have challenges right in my own studies, right? Challenging myself to do better. I did. I got an A. So that motivates me to want to go forward and do more of that. Okay. So there's lots of other challenges. It could be you learning a simple skill, it could be a language, it could be a relationship. But this challenge brings up our resilience. Okay. It's buried deep inside us. When we learn how to overcome obstacles, we start to nurture and foster confidence. So confidence doesn't just show what confidence is about. When you can tell confidence, hey, confidence, I know what I want, and I'm not afraid to risk and go get it. Sounds very bold, doesn't it? It is. So, understanding that you can overcome these challenges makes a very, very big deal. When we think about a story for adversity, it could be something as simple as, I remember when I broke my leg, and I remember the adversity was that I couldn't move around. I couldn't just get up and walk. So what did I do? Stay home and cry all day? No. I remember this. So the last time this happened to me was I broke my tib and fib and just had a cast, didn't want any surgery. And so after I broke my tib and fib, I was home. I remember it was not an easy process. So I had a wheelchair and I had crutches, and I was able to get in and out of the wheelchair, the crutches, but not the first day. It wasn't easy. I remember the first day I woke up. Okay. I even had got these special kind of they're kind of it's like a warm-up suit almost. A lot of the basketball players wear them. And they're the kind of warm-up suit that you can just unbutton to take off. You don't have to like pull them down. You just unbutton them and they're off. It's really easy. Makes it quick for basketball and sports people. So I remember getting those, and the first challenge was always having to change, but then after I got those, it made it easier. So that was a challenge. When I would get up in the morning, the first thing I would probably do is, I think the first thing I would do is I would go get something to eat. So I'd go to the kitchen. Getting out of bed was not an easy process. Okay. So I'm getting out of bed. I either have to hop on the one foot or I have to use crutches. And so a lot of time I would get out and I would just do a lot of hopping on my right foot. And I'd go to the kitchen, I'd get myself some orange juice, maybe some cereal or waffles, whatever I was having that morning. And then after I did that, I would go back and I would brush my teeth. Now, if I was able to stand well, I would just stand there, right? But I didn't have my 2 feet to stand on. So I sat down basically on the seat there, the bathroom, the toilet seat. I sat down with the cover down and I sat there and I brushed my teeth sitting down. So I overcame that adversity. Then I remember the next thing that was a little challenging was taking a bath. Well, I couldn't take a shower. I had this cast on. I couldn't really get it wet. I couldn't take a bath, couldn't take a shower, couldn't do anything. So I had to do like a sponge bath. Now, I remember when I started that it wasn't going to be 5 minutes. So I said to myself, you know what? I've got all day. Whatever it takes, it takes. And I would start, basically give myself a complete body sponge bath, start with my face, etc. And that was a little bit challenging, trying to do it while sitting and whatnot, and getting up for other parts to be able to do my legs and things like that. So that was not easy. Then you use the towel to dry off and stuff like that, and keeping my one part of my leg from my basically below my knee down to my foot. It was all covered in a cast. And so you're probably wondering, how long did it take? Well, it didn't take 2 minutes. The first time I did it, I think I was there for, I got to say, it had to be like at least 35, 40 minutes. Then I got better and I cut that time into like 20 minutes. Then I cut it into about 15 minutes. Then I was down to about 10 to 12 minutes, and I was happy with that. But that process took weeks to get me into that frame. So I overcame the adversity. I remember getting out of where I lived and taking wheelchair, getting where I needed to be, and literally going outside with the wheelchair. And that was a little risky, but I did that okay. And I was navigating. If you ever been in a wheelchair before, I hope you never have or never will be. You have to basically, take the wheels, and you have to kind of, you have to push them. You have to just turn them away from you so that you'll move. Okay, if you put them backward, the chair will move backward. So I would do everything I needed to do. Breakfast took, was quick, and then getting ready for the day took time. And then I was tired. Then I would go back into my bed, and I might help some clients. And I was just working very hard to let myself know that I'm still doing stuff. Even though I could not really walk around as much, I was able to still use my brain and my mind, and that was stronger than ever. And I said to myself, my leg is broken at the moment. However, this is temporary. I'm going to heal. So I had my laptop in my bed, and I was able to do stuff. I really wasn't much into watching TV. I just really wasn't. So that adversity sparked creativity, the creativity that I could do lots of things. Did I have failures when I broke my leg? Yeah. Sometimes, getting the shirt off, or the pants originally was very hard. So that's why I moved to these, basically I moved to these, you call it like, it's like a warm-up suit that's got buttons. I'm not sure if you know what I mean, but that's what it is. It was like it was a warm-up suit that came off with just unsnapping. And that's something that I think. So I was navigating around home pretty much myself. I think the cleaning lady came twice a week then, make sure I was okay. Some neighbors would check in on me, make sure I'm okay. And I think the biggest thing, or the biggest adversity, was knowing that I could get around on my own. That was probably a really big thing. And it wasn't easy. I maneuvered, but it wasn't easy because I didn't have 100% mobility in that foot. I couldn't put my weight on it. And I remember the days, I think it was once in a while I'd have to go to the doctor for my cast and stuff. And I remember the process. I would go downstairs. I had to schedule the ride with the company, and I had a temporary authorization or permit to use this disabled service because I couldn't drive, obviously. So they'd pick me up, and I remember I'd get into the bus there. They would take me in the wheelchair, so I would scoot out there. They would take me up into the bus, and then they would lock me in so that the chair wouldn't move around, bring me to the doctor's office, and that was a lot of work. It was not a simple process. But if I didn't believe in myself, to give myself some own pats on the back, I mean, my parents were like, "Oh my gosh, you're like doing so much." And I didn't look at it with so much. I just looked at it as I need to do these things. It doesn't matter what it is. I'm going to get them done. Right. And I think when we have an aspiration to get something achieved, whether it's something personal, whether it's something business, whether it's anything, when we put the idea in our head that we can do it, it's like all the obstacles around us seem to just fade away or they become a lot easier to get over. But it doesn't happen overnight. So that was something I learned. It was not an easy thing. I said you got to practice getting comfortable being uncomfortable, and you got to embrace discomfort because on the other side of discomfort is victory. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I know that a lot of you are probably saying, gee, I have challenges in my life, and how do I get around them? Well, you get around them by understanding that they are just stepping stones. That's it. They are stepping stones in your life. And if you embrace that concept, then things around you get easier, right? But a lot of people you talk about, oh, you can't do that. You can do that. Well, of course, you hear somebody saying, you start to believe that I can't. And that's really a big issue. Okay. Knowing that you can do something will literally put you into a position where things can evolve with you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am John C. Morley. Again, I apologize for the raspy voice here. Hopefully, I'll get a little better tomorrow. I do hope you have a wonderful evening. Do check out believemeachieve.com, and I'll catch you real soon. Remember, challenges are here to help us grow and overcome adversity so we can become successful.